yet, this is the cooking channel. We are providing the ingredients for various manifestation, and we do that by analyzing the planetary positions. We call them yogas or just recipes. So today we will be speaking about the yoga 4. Yeah, you have to guess it, and then we will reveal this at the end. Today, again, we have a video in the series of client chart readings. Someone said recently in the commentary, oh, you are doing only the 1%, the wealthiest people, most successful one. What about the normal people? And that we are doing from the beginning. Just go to the playlist readings. We have already did few chart analysis like that. And why we do the celebrities or intense chart though? To see the yogas as they have their life events in contrasty way, so we should also expect that these yogas should be definitely there, visible in their charts. If someone is earning like top 1% wealthiest person in the world, then definitely has to have some dana yogas or financial planetary combinations in the chart. But today we go reverse. We first analyze the yoga. First the dasha, then the yoga, and then we will reveal at the end what it's all about. And here is the thing, if you have any guesses during the video, don't cheat, write in the comments and let's see if you will hit the target. So with the event like that, if astrology works, then definitely this should be reflected in the chart. And of course you can go this horoscope effect way. You can say, oh, you can always stretch the life, you can stretch the chart, so either the symbolism of the chart or understanding of the life, and you can somehow stretch the meaning to fit, and you can explain or justify everything. This is called horoscope effect. And yes, this is misused by many charlatan astrologers. But if you will add the dashas, which are the timing system, and not only one, but few dashas, and all of them will point at one yoga, and that yoga has a specific meaning, and in that time, that specific short period of time, something very close, very specific with the narrow meanings has happened, then this can be very convincing thing. And yeah, there is this level of skepticism or scientism. So we will see the dashas or those timing system for this example first. And at the end of the yoga, we will share the reveal, the recipe ingredients for this manifestation to happen, how you can analyze this in more thorough or in pattern, repeatable way. And also the remedy. So let us see the planetary periods in which the event took place. And in this chart, we have 3 dashas which we can apply. Minimum 3 dashas. There is a moon Vimshotri, so this is the general Vimshotri. Like 95% of Vedic astrologers are using only that. Then we have variation Vimshotri, which is called Utpana Vimshotri. This is when the moon is in the 3rd or 11th. And then we have this special Kevala Vimshotri. This means when Atmakaraka, the planet with the highest degrees, if it is lording the moon sign, so that is called dispositor. For example, let's say in this case, moon in Virgo. Virgo is loaded by 2 planets, Mercury and Rahu. So if Mercury or Rahu are Atmakaraka, if they have the highest degrees, so the planet in the zodiac, they are going through signs, each sign has 30 degrees. So from 0 it's very young, it's like a child. And then it goes, the wisdom grows, and at the end of the sign, the wisdom is so big that we call this planet Atmakaraka. You are the king, right? So this has the spiritual and also status Raja Yoga connotation, like the sun. So Atmakaraka and the sun, very close meaning when it comes to symbols. So 3 dashas we have here. Moon Vimshotri, Utpana Vimshotri, and Kevala Vimshotri. So this may sound very exotic for you if you are not coming from India or you are not coming from Vedic astrology background, but you can just see that in every Vedic software. You may just choose which type of Vimshotri you want to use. So in normal Vimshotri, that even took place Jupiter, Ketu, Jupiter. Jupiter, Ketu, Jupiter. So Jupiter big period, Mahadasha it's called. Antardasha, sub period, Ketu, and the sub period, which is called Pratyantardasha, Jupiter. So we have the big period, which is called Mahadasha. This is like, for Jupiter, it's 16 years. Then we have like Ketu, right? So this 16 years, this big period, it's divided again to 9. Because again, we have 9 so-called planets, we call them grahas. These sub-periods, antardashas, they are also divided into 9. So this enabled the astrologer to pinpoint what is going on in this very narrow time, like months. You can have every few months the planet which is controlling your life, controlling your mind also, will change. So you just can put your birth details into any software like Devaguru. You can draw your chart. You need to have a birth time, birthplace, birth date, and just you can in 5 minutes see which planet are dominating your life. Very exciting. Also, in this case, see how the third level is very much also similar to Mahadasha Antardasha. We have Jupiter, Ketu, Jupiter, normal Vimshotri. We have Utpana, Ketu, Jupiter, Jupiter, and Kevala, this Atmakaraka Vimshotri, Saturn, Mercury, Saturn. So we have like 2 planets basically we have to check. Also, to make it easier, I want to share with you that when we are analyzing dashas, especially in the second period, but also for the first period, the dispositor principle is very important. So for example, if we talk about Jupiter Antardasha, if you are in Jupiter Antardasha, then often whatever is happened in the signs of Jupiter, like Sagittarius or Pisces, these yogas, these planetary combinations, we call them yogas because yoga means union. These yogas will get activated. So whatever you have in Sagittarius or Pisces will get activated in Jupiter Antardasha. If you want to absorb more knowledge about the Antardasha, see this video here. Also, we get some connections to Rasi Dashas, and they are showing Libra and Taurus. So Venus thing. We can look for a Venus thing in the chart. Also, very important thing, we had this rebel voices, which doesn't agree with our approach. They said, how you can use many dashas? Vimshotri and also Kevala. So we can. Some astrologers are using only few dashas, and they can be very precise, accurate. Some like me, they are using many dashas simultaneously in the same time, finding the common factor and trying to get the various perspectives. See the same event from different perspectives. And we have it here because if we see the Moon Vimshotri and Utpana Vimshotri, we have this, what it was. It was Jupiter, Ketu, Jupiter, and Utpana was Ketu, Jupiter, Jupiter. So we have Jupiter and Ketu, very easy. But the Kevala, the Atmakaraka Vimshotri was Saturn, Mercury, Saturn. So we can see the Navamsha, we can see what's going on there with these planets. Even if we see Narayana Dasha, it was Scorpio. So again, Ketu, the focus is Ketu. We had also a Jupiter, right? So we can see in the Navamsha, remember, we were talking about dispositors, we can see signs of Jupiter, signs of Ketu. Signs of Ketu would be 2, right? Ketu is loading Pisces and Scorpio. Rahu is loading Virgo and Aquarius. So if Rahu Dasha is there, Ketu Dasha is there, always see those signs. What's in Pisces, what's in Scorpio, in Rashi and in the Navamsha. Something additional here in this yearly chart, we have something like a yearly chart. This is a Titi Pravesh chart, basically. In our tradition, we say, if you want to see what's going on in the year, go to Titi Pravesh. This is a return of Titi. This is the moment which is very close to your birthday, but what we take into consideration, it has to be the same distance between Sun and Moon, which was at the time when you were born. So this is called the Titi. Therefore, it's Titi Pravesh. Pravesh means return. So every year, if the Sun and the Moon close to your birthday, if it's have the same degrees, then we are drawing the new chart, and this is the chart for the year. This is called Titi Pravesh. This is a very big gift of this tradition. Very big gift, because by tool you can see what's going on this year. You can give month-to-month prediction. It's a very, very useful, and we are very, very grateful that we got this tool for this yearly prediction. So in this yearly chart, we have Mars Ketu again in the 9th house in the Trikona to Lagna Lord. So we have something with that Mars Ketu, right? We will see in the Navamsha also, in the sign of Jupiter, in the Sagittarius, we have Mars and Ketu with the Venus. And remember, I was talking about that the Libra and Taurus, these 2 signs were also activated in the Rasi Dashas. we have two types of timing system. They are called dashas. We have graha dashas or nakshatra dashas. They are planetary when the planet changes, but we are also can see rasi dashas, how the signs are changing in time, right? In 5 years you can have Scorpio, then Sagittarius 10 years, then Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. For example, you can be now, oh, I am now in Taurus dasha, I have done Venus and Moon in 10th. Good, very good for finances. You can be CEO, you can be manager, you can travel the world with Venus in 10th. So if you have that Narayana dasha, then this is happening in your life now. Then it will change to Gemini, you can have some other yogas there, you can take the Lord and so on. So Rasi Dashas are also there in the Vedic astrology. So we can look also in the Dashamsa, we will give you some hints. It was in Ketu Jupiter, Jupiter Ketu. So you will see Ketu's in 10th, Jupiter is in 6th from this. So this Antardasha is in bad house from Mahadasha in the Shamsa. So we can expect this will not work for the interests of Mahadasha, whatever the Mahadasha wants to give. And this may usually show some stressful, inauspicious periods. And it was in the Kevala Dasha, Atmakaraka Dasha, it was Saturn Mercury. And we see that this Mercury is loading the 3rd house and Saturn is in the 3rd house. So we know that 3rd and 8th, small hint, in the Shamsa may show end of the work. So the Shamsa is end of the work. So some break in the work. 3rd house also can mean going for vacation for some time. So 3rd and 8th in the Dashamsa, planets related to this 3rd and 8th in the Shamsa will show break or end of a career life. So we have something. So we have this yoga in the Navamsha, Mars, Ketu, Venus. We have the Saturn and Mercury in the Kevala Dasha, right? So there is some connection there, some yoga, Saturn, Mercury, and the 6th house. Someone can say, why you are looking at the Navamsha? See the Rashi. Yes, we can see also the Rashi. We have Ketu in the 10th and Mars in the 10th from the moon. And that Dasha, the Rashi Dasha was of a Taurus, and Taurus is between Ketu and Mars. So we have some Ketu and Mars yoga, right? We can see in the Navamsha what's going under. So we got to reveal this cake recipe for this yoga yet, but if you have found some value in this video, and then hit that like button and be sure to subscribe with the bell notification on if you are looking to improve your astrological techniques, as we are doing here by sharing these tools and tips. We have the 6th house in the Navamsha, Mars and Ketu in the sign of Sagittarius and aspecting this 12th house and this 12 lords by Rasi Drishti, the Mercury in the Navamsha. The 4th from moon is also very important for health, and in the Navamsha we see that 4th from moon will be that Gemini, again aspected by these planets, and in the Rashi 4th from moon will be that Sagittarius, again this was activated by the Dasha. So now is the time to reveal the yoga. Person had the finger cut by the machine in the workplace and he had to go to the hospital when they cut it a bit farther because due to that corrective surgery, and he was 2 months, it's a Mercury, right? 3rd Lord Mercury in the Dashamsa, he was off the work. That was 3 years ago. He's now considering the compensation for this. So I had the consultation today with him about the compensation, when, how, which tools to use, what lawyers, because that can be very risky. Let's say you engage in a court case, the compensation will be lower than expenses for the lawyers, and then you can also get due to this blacklist, which are illegal but can be there between the employees, and then you may end up being partially unemployable, which we don't want really for this person. So what we need to see in the chart, this accident amputation. So first of all, you need the Mars Ketu to part of the body being cut out, or you lose amputation or losing some limb. Normally Mars Ketu. This is coming from Jataka Parijata, and I have seen this is working very consistently. Then we need Sagittarius or Scorpio, because then we have this Rahu Mars connection to Scorpio for accidents. We need some relation to work, so here we have a strong connection to work. 10th from moon in the Navamsha, in the Rashi 10th from moon, this Mars is connected, and in the Navamsha even that Mars is a 10th lord, so very strong connection from 3 points. Even in the Dashamsa, the Ketu is in the 10th house. Ketu is the planet of accidents because he doesn't have head. He's responsible for every mistake, error, blunder. Where you are ignoring something also, procrastinating, you may be also under the influence of Ketu. And we need to have connection to this health-related places in the chart. And this, you can see the 12th house in the Navamsha was aspected by that Mars Ketu from the 6th house, and also the 12th of Mercury. And the Kavala Dasha, the Atmakaraka Dasha, was showing exactly what is the response for the accident? So the external event was this Ketu Mars, this Pisacha Yoga in the 6th house, but the response, what's going on with you, where you are going, that was the Kevala Dasha, Mercury, Saturn, showing hospitals. Also, normally the fingers are 6th house. This is in the 6th house in Navamsha. I don't know, I'm not sure if we can see body parts in this way, but definitely the Sagittarius is also in the 4th from the moon, and 4th from the moon will control also everything which is happening to our hands in the Rashi. The remedy, because it was something external like a bad fortune, like accidents, in this person's chart we have observed that Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, among them the Jupiter is very nicely placed, and Jupiter in own sign is Vishnu. So definitely any mantras for Vishnu would protect from such accidents, and we can imbibe these plants, because this is the parents for you. Like you can have Durga parent, or Shiva can be your parent, or Vishnu. So in this case it's Jupiter protecting you. So, and the Jupiter in the first place was dispositing that and was activating the dasha. So definitely we need to go to that energy. We need to activate this kind of protector. The bonus point will be about the 3rd house in the Navamsha. We see that Mercury is there, and the planets in the 3rd house in the Navamsha may show with whom you fight, whom you don't listen to, and because of not listening, sometimes also the conflicts can be there. Mercury may show workers, bosses, people related to work. So see the planet in your chart in 3rd house in the Navamsha. Venus can show sister, ladies, relationships, moon can be mother, son, father. All you know about connection of planets to people, you may use this by analyzing the 3rd house in the Navamsha. So we see how this nicely work here. He is considering going to court case, like going like a battle, right? Mercury work there, so it's working nicely. And through Prashna we have concluded that it will, through a lawyer's or through agreement, very nice ahimsa kind of agreement, he will get the compensation without the court case, so before even going there. And we have given some advices about the days, which lawyer to take, and some tips given from the Prashna related to court cases. If you want me to analyze your chart from the perspective of health, relationship and career life, analyzing the Rashi, Navamsha, Dashamsa, remedies for the biggest blockage in your chart, emphasizing the good things in your chart, and giving the timing, what planets, what signs are now working on you, on your mind, on your body, on your also surrounding, then hit me up in the email below and we can schedule a consultation for you. That's gonna be it from me. Thanks for watching till the end. If you found any value in this video, let me know by clicking the like button, subscribe for more, and see you in the next one.